Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Emma. We're in my kitchen today, and don't click out of this video just yet. We're not doing kitchen related stuff. We're still doing sewing and fabric related things today. But we are dyeing some jeans to be blacker. I know these ones look really gray and these ones still look black, but these do have some graying. But yeah, so we're gonna dye some jeans. I've never dyed jeans before. Or dyed fabric for that matter at all. And I'll have a link down below of the blog post I'm using to figure out how to do this. But yeah, so put on your garbagey paint shirt and let's dye some jeans. Okay, we're in our shirt that we don't care about. Step one. Then we need to gather our things to make this. So what you're gonna need is obviously your dye. And you'll also wanna get a fixative so it doesn't bleed everywhere. Then you'll also need some dish soap and some salt and water and your jeans or fabric or whatever you're dyeing. So first step is to mix 3 gallons of water, 1 cup of salt, and a teaspoon of dish soap, and half a cup of dye. And that's per pound. So I have just slightly over a pound. So I'm gonna do like 3/4 of a cup of dye. Or if you're doing like 3 pairs of jeans, throw in the whole bottle. Or if you want them really dark, throw in the whole bottle. Because this blog kind of didn't change the other ratios, just added more dye. I don't know if I believe that, but we're trying this for the first time. So, and then once you mix all that concoction in your giant pot, like, I'm talking giant, because you want to make sure that the clothes can move freely within the water and not be like bunched together, because then you're gonna have like splotchy dye. So yeah, those are what we need. First step, mix everything in the big pot, then get your jeans wet or damp, and then you throw them in the dye pot. So here's a little time lapse of me getting that dye pot ready. So first you're gonna start by combining your water, salt, and dish soap. You're gonna make sure that this is really warm or near boiling. And so I did this on the stove to make sure that my water stayed warm. And once all that salt and stuff is dissolved and your water is that kind of near boiling point, you're going to add in your dye. And then you're going to add in your dampened jeans or fabric. Then you're going to stir constantly for 10 minutes. And then once that 10 minutes is done, you're going to let them sit for 30 minutes, stirring fairly frequently, just to make sure that they don't like sit and get all wonky with the dye. You want to make sure they're always kind of moving and floating and all the fabrics touching the dye water. Now we are just gonna let that sit for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. And also this is why you wear shirts you don't care about when you dye things, because you always will spill.
Many minutes later.
Once that 30 minutes is done, you're going to combine your fixative with water and then add your jeans. Just let them kind of drip out of the dye water, but you don't want to like wring them out or anything. And then you're going to put those in the fixative water and then stir constantly for 20 minutes. And as you can see, I kind of did the cat kneading method to mix them all around because it was just easier with 2 pairs of jeans.
Twenty minutes later.
And then you're going to rinse them with cold water and pop them in the dryer to wash or to the washer and wash and dry as normal. Okay, let's have a little chit chat about that whole process. It's hot. Like, you will be sweating and be warm the entire time because you're, for like an hour, you're standing stirring over a hot pot or a hot sink or just hot water. So it gets quite warm, especially if you do what I did with the fixative and like just use your hands and zhuzh like a cat kneading. It gets warm. But other than that, process is pretty easy. It's just an hour of babying this. So it's not too bad, but like it is an hour of work. It's not just like a set it and forget it kind of thing. So yeah. But I probably would do this again, but that depends on how well they look. Like if they're super splotchy and wonky and stuff, I might try it again with just 1 pair of jeans. But at the same time, if it's splotchy and wonky, probably won't, but probably will. I don't know. Future Emma can tell us during the before and after shots coming up here if she would do it again. Because, like, honestly, I have no idea because it's in the wash right now. So we're still kind of in limbo if it worked or not. So yeah, let's head over to those before and afters and see what Future Emma has to say about all this. So let's go. So my final thoughts are I would dye again. This really made a big impact on the jeans. They came out so much blacker and more of a flat color, and I think it's great, but I would never do 2 jeans at the same time again. And there you have it. That's me dyeing jeans for the first time. I hope you got something out of this video. Definitely check out the blog and video I have linked down below that I followed for this because they're definitely more of an expert than I am. But yeah, if you like this content and other sewing related stuff, maybe even more DIY type things like this in the future, please give my channel a subscribe, like this video, turn on that notification bell to know when I post, typically Fridays, but you never know. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and subscribe and you know all those good things. We're awkward over here, so I'm just gonna see ya in the next one.